This morning in our holiday etiquette series, finding the right gifts and dealing with those gifts you just don't want anyway. According to eBay, 85% of people who receive holiday gifts don't like at least one of them, and almost half of these people either sell or regift those items. Here with some sage advice is author Lisa Birnbach. Her latest book is True Prep. Good morning.
Good morning.
I find this so stressful, gift giving. Who do you give a gift to? How much do you give? What do you spend? Is it money? Is it not? And this is like the essence of etiquette at the holidays, which really isn't about forks. It's about feelings.
Exactly. Etiquette is a word that I think scares people because it's French. You know, I'm trying to understand what's wrong with etiquette. It's not a sexy word. It sounds like you're talking about the right fish fork and snobism. It's not about that at all. Etiquette is really a system of making other people feel good.
So in the spirit of that, when it comes to gifts, obviously when you give someone a gift, you want them to like it. You want them to feel good.
Right.
Part of the problem is knowing who you have to give gifts to. So who should be on our list this year besides family and friends?
Besides family and friends, I think that you have to tip or give a gift, and I really shouldn't have said tip, to anybody who works with your kids. So if your kid, for example, takes a school bus, it is nice to give the bus driver something. That would not be a job that you would want to have, kids screaming and so on. But that could be a cash tip.
Okay. Well, your child's teacher or tutor.
Okay, a tutor. If they're helping your kid do better, a big gift. Okay. If, you know, I think if your kid is not doing so well and there's no help, then, you know, a gift is good. Now, with a teacher, you're supposed to, some schools have philosophies, nothing over $15, or everything should be handmade or by the child
in
or
all
something.
Your free time.
Right. Now, I have always hewed to the rules there, but you know, sometimes I've gone to school with my little homemade thingy, and there are people with Chanel bags who are pulling out the gifts,
which you can't compete with.
No.
Well, as long as it comes from the heart, I would say that's a good thing, especially with someone like a teacher.
Right.
Do you give a gift to your boss?
Well, you have to be careful. You should give a gift to your boss if you like your boss, I think, but you can't, when you gift up, which is a new term, you don't want to give something so lavish that they think, oh, you're overpaid.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
And when it comes to, you said you shouldn't have mentioned tip before, but there are some people you tip. So who is it better to give a tip to, or a cash gift versus a gift? Are these more like service people like your hairdresser or your babysitter?
Right. Well, I think a babysitter is somebody who's in your house, and if you know them very well, and you know that they need the money, maybe say, here's a gift certificate, or get yourself something that you like. I didn't want, or I know you need this. But if it's somebody who you know quite well, who's like a hairdresser, or who perhaps waxes parts, or any of the people who touch you,
right.
I think a gift, and
an actual gift,
well,
not just money.
And also don't forget, they know you very well, and don't forget, you tell them things. You may not remember it because the pain is so acute of the, but
there you go. By their affection. We have some questions from viewers actually, and this one I think a lot of people can relate to, about getting a gift you don't always like, which I think we might have.
Hi, my name is Amanda, and what I want to know is, how do you decide whether to give someone a tip over the holidays or whether you give them a gift?
So you answered that question for us a little bit, talking about people who are in your home, people who know you well.
Right.
I think we did have another question. I'm not sure if we have it queued up from a viewer. Who wrote in to say, asking what you do if someone, every Christmas, she says, an in-law gets my husband and I clothes that are way too big for us. How do I tell them without being offensive?
Okay, I don't think that's a toughie. I think, and I don't like confrontation at all, but I think you can call that in-law and say, Mom, George and I just have been on diets and we've lost so much weight. I think we're mediums, not extra larges. Now, that's not talking about taste. That's just a matter of size. That's not a tough one.
Just to help you buy better.
Right.
Real quickly, before
taste is a different issue.
We let you go, you have 3 rules for regifting.
Right.
Inventory, so you know where it came from, right?
Right. Well, so you don't regift the giver who gave you the gift. That is recycling. That's too much recycling. Even Al Gore wouldn't do that.
Oh, don't false advertise. Don't pretend it's from somewhere that it's not. And you say, be selective. selective.
Yeah. You know, if it's really an icky Noel encrusted sweater,
No one wants it.
Nobody wants it, but it will keep somebody warm.
It'll be fun at your book club bad regifting party.
Oh, that
My
would
mom
be
has
good.
one of those every year. She gets
really,
good stuff.
our book club is all about drinking. That's so funny.
You two should talk. Lisa Birnbach, good to have you with us this
Thank you,
morning. We
Erica.
appreciate it. And of course, as Lisa told me earlier, always write a thank you note.